Hi, my name is Emily and I am the User Services Librarian here at BCSU. Basically, my job is to help students find information, find the sources and the resources that they need to complete their assignments, and also how to cite those, how to use the library website, and all the fun things like that. This video tutorial will be going over research and how to find the information that you need to complete your assignments, what databases to use best for your assignments, and how to access the information through those databases. Before we get into the library website and actual research information, I want to go over and highlight three main places that you can go and to help you find information if you're struggling and not sure where to look. First and foremost is the library reference desk. So the library reference desk is where you're going to be able to find me most days of the week and most of the day. I pretty much sit there all day waiting for people to come ask me questions, so please don't hesitate. I'm never too busy to help you guys. And that is the best place to go in finding information on how to use the library website, where to find your resources, and also how to cite those resources. If you are unable to come into the library and get the information that way, you can also go to the Library Reference Desk Teams group, which all the students are a part of, and you can connect with me that way through digital ways. And then finally, the library website. So when you are looking for information, you don't want to be going to the internet and just Googling your stuff and Googling your topics to find your information. You always want to be finding your information through the library website, because when accessing information through the library website, your resources are going to be much more trustworthy, much more reliable, and you're going to know that you're getting accurate information when you go through the library website instead of going through places like Google or blogs and things like that. So before we jump into the library website and show you how to actually find the information you're looking for, I want to go over a couple key research tips and tools that I'm going to show you once we get there. The first is Boolean searching. So Boolean searching is something that I'm sure you've used, but maybe don't know that it's called Boolean searching. It's something that's built into pretty much every search engine and library resource search engine. So Boolean searching is when you add that or, that and, or that not to your different search terms, and when you're combining search terms, and it'll get you better results. So firstly, the or. So the or is used when maybe you have not enough results. You're doing a search and you're not finding what you're looking for. So you might add in that or to add a synonym or another phrase to get more results. And so for instance, you might be doing a search about something related to the United States of America, right? And so you could put United States of America or United States or USA, and then you'll get results from all the different phrases that you include in there, and it'll just get you more stuff. So the or is really good for expanding your results. The other two, the and the not, are really good for limiting your results. So if you do a search and you have 10,000 results, you want to definitely limit that down. And so that and that not are going to be helpful in doing that. So the and is helpful. So say the and is helpful for combining different search terms to narrow your results, because you might be doing a search about physical education in the United States. You'll do a search for physical education and you'll be getting all these results from how it's taught in England, how it's taught in Canada, but you don't care about that. You only care about the United States. So adding that and in, you'll only get results that include the phrase physical education and the phrase United States, and then that will narrow your results down. And then that not is going to be also really helpful for narrowing your results. So say you're doing a research paper on physical education in the United States, but you don't care at all about basketball, for instance. So you could do physical education and the United States, not basketball, and that'll cut out any result that includes the phrase basketball in your search results. And so using the Boolean searching, I'll show you once we get actually onto the library website how that can be used. But using the Boolean searching is really helpful in either expanding or narrowing your results. And it's always something that's built into the databases in the library website. So that's always helpful too. So the second thing I want to talk about is wildcards and truncation. So this is something that's really helpful, but a lot of people don't know that it's a thing that you can do when you're doing your research. So wildcards and truncation are basically adding symbols to your search terms in order to either get, and usually it's to get more results. So wildcards often are a question mark, and that can replace a letter that, depending on the word, might be spelt differently. So say you're searching physical education and females, and maybe you're focusing on female physical education teachers. You could search physical education woman, but putting that question mark where that E goes, you'll also expand your results to woman and women, and so then you'll get more results, which mean pretty much the same thing. And then truncation is helpful when you add a star symbol or an asterisk to the end of the root word. You'll get every variation of that ending. So the example I have here on the screen is infect with the star beside it. Then you'll get infect, infecting, infected, infection, infectious, infections. And so that is going to help you really expand your results. Another example of how you could use that is you could do physical educate and then the star. So you'll get education, educating, educated, all the different variations, educator, all the different variations of that term. Be careful when using these because don't use them too much, because for instance I have here on the screen, if you put fall and then that star, you'll get fall, falls, falling, but you'll also get fallopian, which is not what you might be searching. And so just be careful about using wildcards and truncation, and don't overuse them, because then you'll get way too many results and not be relevant to what you're searching. So now I want to go to the library website. So I'm going to highlight a couple things here on the library website, because this is where you're going to want to be doing your searching, is here on this page right here. So a couple things that I want to highlight before we get into the databases. First and foremost is library chat. So if you do have a question, you're having trouble finding sources, you don't know which database to search in, you have a question about citation, library chat is a really helpful way to connect with me. If you can't make it into the library and you don't feel like sending an email or calling, you're going to get a much quicker response. So during regular reference desk hours, which is Monday to Friday business hours, you can enter in a chat question here and I will respond in real time, and you can chat with me in real time, and you'll get a much quicker response than you would if you had sent me an email or left me a voicemail on my phone. So that's really helpful. And then a couple other things I want to highlight here. Most people, when they go to the library website, they tend to just search in this bar, search everything. They'll put in their search topic and think that they're going to get everything. But I wouldn't recommend doing that, because using the search everything tool gets you literally everything. You are going to get books, you're going to get articles, you're going to get newspaper articles, you're going to get streaming videos, you're going to get everything, and you're also going to get everything in every subject area. But there are ways when searching in the databases that will limit your subject area, so you'll only be getting things on how you're approaching the topic. So that's a really helpful tool. If you are looking for books, the Books Plus tab is good to use. I would always recommend going to the advanced search, and then you can enter your search terms there and use Boolean like I was talking about, because there's that drop down with and or not. So you could put maybe United States and in physical education. And then you are able to use that and then that will get you better results. And so now you have, again, it's in the search everything, so we want to make sure we're in library catalog when looking for books. And then you'll get, we still got 234 results, which is a lot, but this is a good place to find books. So back on the library website, when you are looking for journal articles, you want to definitely make sure you are going to the databases or the research guides, not the Articles Plus tab. The Articles Plus tab works very similar to the Search Everything tab, where you're going to get so many results and it's going to be way too overwhelming. Whereas when you go to the databases, there are ways to narrow your search and only get what you're looking for in the topic that you're looking for. So I'm going to go to the databases now. Okay, so here we have a lot of databases at the library. We have hundreds and hundreds of databases. So when I was talking about searching in a database relevant to your topic, you can click on subjects and then see the subjects here. These are subjects that we teach at BCSU, and then from here, select one, and then that will take you to databases on that topic. So if your search, for the purposes of this video, we're going to use the search topic, physical education, benefits of physical education in the United States. So there are a couple of different ways that you could approach this. So you could approach it from a health standpoint. So if you click on health and click search, these are all the databases that we have at the library that are related to health. So for instance, you could click on PubMed, or you could click on Health Reference Center, Health and Wellness Resource Center. So I'm going to go to Health and Wellness Resource Center. And then when you're in the search, always go to the advanced search, because then you can see the Booleans and you are able to control the search better. And so I'm going to put in physical education and then benefits. So here we have 20 results from the search that I did. However, I can see from this first result, this article is from 1994. That's way too old. When you are searching for information, especially in a topic like this where it is related to health, related to science, you want to make sure that the results that you're getting are recent. So I can go here and click on filter my results by publication date and go past year. And so now these are the most recent things, and we have one article here. So then you can click on the article. You can either read it online, but I would always recommend downloading it, just because that will allow you to save it and you don't have to keep trying to recreate the search every time you want to go see the article again. So I would always recommend downloading it right there. It'll save it to your computer, and then it'll open up the PDF. When I was a student, I would always just have a folder on my desktop for every assignment I was working on and have all my sources in there. So that's something that I always did. So the way I like to describe databases is to think of them as file folders. So you have a folder for Health and Wellness Resource Center, but then it has all these articles in there. But you also have other folders, and there's different articles in the different folders. And so when we found, so I want to go to a different database. So when we first got this list, we selected health. But because our topic is physical education, education databases are also going to be really helpful. So it's important to approach your topic from all the different angles you could. So for education, the top two databases that I would recommend are called ERIC and Education Source. So I'm going to go into Education Source. And then again, always go to the advanced search. So as you can see here, this database looks a little different than the one that we were searching in before, but they all work in pretty much the same way. So I'm going to put in exact same search that we did before. So physical education. And benefits. So here we can see when we did this search in the health database, we had 20 results before narrowing it down. In this database, we have 1,492. And so different databases are going to cover different subjects areas better. So if you do a search in one database and you don't find what you're looking for, that doesn't mean it's not out there. It just means maybe you have to go to a different database and find it somewhere else. So then from here, so here you can see we have on the screen resources in this list going back to 1883. Way too old. We want to go just the last year. So I'm going to go 2019 since we're in the beginning of 2021 and narrow that down. And so now we have 122 results, which, I mean, 122 seems like a lot, but it's actually a pretty good number to have. I would usually recommend between 50 and 150 results when you get your results list. And then from here, you can narrow it by subject. So say you want to look at teaching methods, or you want to look at physical education teachers. You can click on one of these and it'll limit your results list to just that topic. And so that's really helpful in finding relevant resources that you're looking for. And then from here, you can click on the title and see, read the abstract to see if this is an article that you want to read, and then access it that way. So in accessing the articles through the database, you might see one of two things. So I'm going to just do our general search with all of our results again. So you might see, here's a good example. So number 3 here, brief report exploring the benefits of peer-tutored physical education. You see PDF full text. So if you click on that PDF full text, it'll take you to the full text of the article, and then you can download it like I did in the other database and have it on your computer. However, if you see what was the one below that, which is this one, you're going to see this Get It at Valley City State University button. So when you see this button, click on that, and that'll take you to a new page, and it'll tell you if we have this article available in another database. If we don't, it'll look like this. We have this yellow bar here, and it says please sign in to check if there are any request options. So you're going to want to sign in using your login information, like you're going to sign into Blackboard or Campus Connections or anything like that. And then once you sign in here, you can click on under how to get it. You can click on resource sharing. All the information is going to be filled in for you from the database because it came from the database. And then you can just click on send request, and then we will email you a PDF between 1 or 2 days. So this is accessing the article through Interlibrary Loan. So if there is ever an article you want for your assignments and you can't get it through regular databases or through the library, we can always get it for you. It just might take a bit longer. So if you are going the Interlibrary Loan route, I would highly recommend doing it early and doing it in advance, because you might have to wait a day or two before you get the article, but you'll always get the article within, I would say, a week or so. So that is finding resources through the library website. I focused a lot on the journal article side of things, but there is also the books side of things as well. If you do have any questions about finding the sources for your assignments, please come and see me or send me an email. I am able to help in a lot of different ways. You can go on the library website and chat with me. You can shoot me an email. You can go onto Teams and video chat with me that way. And there's also on the screen here a phone number where you can text the reference desk and I can get back to you. Very similar to chat, but you don't have to go to the library website to do that. So please take advantage of that. I'm always here to help. The next video in this tutorial is going to be talking all about citation. So I hope you join me for that video. But if you do have any questions about finding your resources, please let me know. This is what I'm here on campus to do, is to help you find your stuff. So if you have any questions, email me or send me an email or go on library chat. But otherwise, that is the end of this video tutorial.